It's time for your weather update from the Newsradio 1270-1067 Weather Center.
Partly sunny skies for your Friday. We'll see a high today around 37, but the wind chills will be hanging around in single digits. For tonight, partly cloudy and breezy with a low around 28. And for your Saturday, mostly sunny and a high near 44. That's your weather update here on Newsradio 1270 and 1067 KIML.
Are you ready?
Chris Brintle. Chris Brintle.
You think you could tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready.
This is a long intro.
Break it down.
Newsradio 1270, 1067 KIML. Don Carpenter Show. Chris Brintle joining us in studio again.
Break it down.
Yes. So you don't have any games to call this weekend, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going to twiddle my thumbs all weekend.
Well, so you're not going to see Star Wars?
No.
Have you? So you weren't really a Star Wars person growing up? I mean,
No, I love Star Wars.
Oh, okay. So because I know a lot of people in your age range haven't even seen Star Wars.
Oh, it's pathetic that they haven't seen Star Wars, and it's, I grew up on Star Wars, but yet these other people are, Harry Potter. Get away from me with that.
Well, yeah, that is
horrible movies.
That is
Lord of the Rings garbage.
Now, I will say the first Lord of the Rings.
I'm going to get emails.
The first Lord of the Rings trilogy was pretty well made. It was a little too heavy on the CGI, and it's kind of dated if you watch it now. But the first trilogy, all right. The second, I don't know, was it 3 or 4 movies? I think it was actually 4. They split the shortest book of any of the Middle-earth things, The Hobbit, which was a children's book. They split that up into 4. No, I think they split it up into 3 movies. I think it was the second trilogy, which it's maybe a 300-page book. They split up into 3 movies. Yet the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is probably about 1,500 pages of material, is also 3 movies.
Well,
the whole thing, they did it backwards.
That was the divide in college. Although I wasn't that far off from age-wise, the divide was, it would always be, they'd be like, you haven't seen Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? No. I've seen one movie, and I decided not to watch the rest because it was so bad. And then the other thing is they never saw Star Wars. I'm like, you've never seen the original Star Wars trilogy? So that was the divide.
Okay. So, but at least you grew up with Star Wars. Now,
yes, I'm not going to go wait in line, though, to see a movie.
I remember,
I'll tell you that much,
waiting in line to see the third Star Wars movie, Return of the Jedi. I guess it was released in 1983. I remember standing in line for that one as a kid. So I was 10 years old 9 or 10, depending on, I forget what part of the year it was released, but I was either 9 or 10 years old when that movie was released. I remember seeing the original one at the drive-in. Which another thing is probably before your time in drive-in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember seeing the first Star Wars at the drive-in, the second Star Wars at the drive-in. We decided to go to the regular theater for Return of the Jedi on opening night. Stood in line for like an hour and watched the movie. It was great and all that. Now, the second trilogy that came out about 15 years ago, or started about 15 years ago, I actually went on opening night for the first one of that one. And it was so awful that I never saw any of the other ones in the theater. Never. And
good for you, because it is bad. It's horrible.
The really bad thing is it's not even, the first one wasn't even the worst of that trilogy. The second one was. The third one was, it was all right. Not a great movie, a good movie, okay, but the script was terrible. The acting was terrible. The CGI, because everything was CGI, terrible. So with this new trilogy, they decided to change all of that up. First off, Disney bought the franchise and kicked George Lucas out, which is probably the best thing that could happen with Star Wars. I know he claims that he originally had a plan for 9 movies. He's lying. I remember as a kid that it was only going to be 3, and then all of a sudden it was going to be 6, and then it was going to be 9. He's lying when he had nothing beyond the first movie. Had nothing beyond the first movie, and then it was a success, so he started coming up with ideas for more stuff. Which brings me to...
Are you going to wait in line tonight, by the way?
If the line's not bad, I'm going to go early. Because I think they're showing it on 4 different screens at like 3 o'clock.
Nice.
So I'm going to go early. And if the line's not bad, I'll do it. And it shouldn't be that bad. I mean, if we're going to show it on 4 screens, it shouldn't be that bad. I mean, I've waited in line for movies recently. So, although, the last Hunger Games movie, I guess I got there early enough. We were the first people in the theater.
Really? What time did you get there?
We got there as soon as the theater opened.
Wow.
I think it was maybe a 7 o'clock movie, I think. And the theater opened at 6:30. It was the first movie of the night. Got our tickets, went right into the theater.
How about that?
No line. Now, the Hunger Games movie last year, I waited in line for about a half an hour for that one. The year before that, I waited in line probably another half hour for that one. But those are the only ones I've waited in line for. So I'll wait in line for a few minutes for this one. It's something special.
Yeah, that's true.
And from all accounts, it's actually pretty good. So I'm looking forward to it. But this brings me to something that you might have never seen. Have you ever seen the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978?
Nope. I've never heard those words in the same sentence.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat. Okay, so after the first Star Wars movie was released in 1977, it was a big success. They were trying to commercialize everything. So they had a holiday special on CBS. And the whole oh boy, this is bad. The whole idea of this is Han Solo trying to get Chewbacca back to his home planet to celebrate Life Day with his family. Because why would they celebrate Christmas on another
Life
planet?
Day.
I mean, big, hairy, 7-foot tall monkeys don't celebrate Christmas, so it's Life Day.
There's not a lot of missionaries that head up to where the Wookiees live. I don't think they had the missionaries there yet. So they celebrate Life Day instead, which apparently is the exact same time as Christmas. And look, I'm not going to call this a war on Christmas thing. This is just. Oh wait. So I skipped past the intro, but the intro was Han Solo and Chewbacca running from Star Destroyers in their ship. And he's saying, well, I'm going to get you home for Life Day, buddy. Here are the opening credits. And just listen to this. You can look. I'll turn the screen so you can look a little bit. Look at the star-studded cast for the Star Wars Holiday Special. Again, this is 1978. They will not admit that this thing exists, by the way. It's completely scrubbed from the history of Star Wars lore.
The Star Wars Holiday Special.
Okay, right away, the title card, it's in the right font and everything, but it looks like it's hand-drawn.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it was on TV, so it was in low definition.
Starring Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia.
Okay, I'm just gonna point out, you would never get the stars of a movie to do a holiday special these days. So this just goes to prove how poorly they were paid for that first movie. And it was also before Mark Hamill's car or motorcycle accident or whatever he had. Because if you noticed from the first Star Wars movie to the second one, he has a huge scar on his face.
Oh, yeah.
With Anthony Daniels as C-3PO.
Okay.
He was the highest paid one, I think.
I think he was. He was an accomplished actor.
Yeah.
Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca. R2-D2 as R2-D2.
Okay, I'm going to pause right there. There's a person inside
There
R2-D2.
really is.
Kenny Baker is an accomplished actor. He doesn't get billing.
R2-D2 as R2-D2,
Yeah,
not Kenny
no,
Baker. It's
no,
not Kenny Baker, folks.
Not Kenny Baker. No, it's R2-D2. Who, again, I think he's even been knighted. I mean, he's
Ouch.
a very accomplished British actor. He's a little person, obviously, but
That's rough. You put your name in the credits.
so instead it's R2-D2 as R2-D2.
I bet it's. I wonder if it's at the end where the credits come scroll at the end. Whether if his name's on. Probably not.
Probably
it's
not.
probably just R2-D2 dash R2-D2.
Yeah, that's not fair. I think that's discriminatory against little people.
And James Earl Jones as the voice of Darth Vader.
Okay, now that's fair. James Earl Jones, again, he was a big actor. But they probably should also give the guy in the Darth Vader suit credit.
That's true.
Okay, now here's the first up. They introduced Chewbacca's family. Again, they don't say who's in the suits. They just say Chewbacca's family.
Introducing Chewbacca's family.
Oh, jeez.
His wife, Mala.
It's very hairy.
His father, Itchy.
Itchy?
Itchy. He's got an underbite and no teeth.
His son, Lumpy.
Lumpy. And he just looks like a little Chewbacca. It's probably why they got the idea for the Ewoks. Now, here are the guest stars. This is a star-studded guest star cast.
With special guest stars. Beatrice Arthur. Art Carney.
Art Carney. Look at him.
Diane Carroll.
Oh, wait, it gets better.
The Jefferson Starship.
Jefferson Starship gets to play the Cantina Band.
This sounds like a Scooby-Doo, a bad Scoop. Remember when Scooby-Doo had all the
Harlem Globetrotters.
Globetrotters and the Stooges on their show?
Yeah. I don't even think it was the real Stooges. I think they were all dead by that time.
I think they made an appearance.
Jefferson Starship.
I think they were on the Stooges cartoons.
the
Scooby-Doo cartoons.
They probably were.
Harvey Korman. And an anime.
Okay, now
what was the last one there?
the last
Was that blackface?
The last shot of Harvey Korman was Harvey Korman dressed like a woman in blackface. No one ever remembers that.
Oh boy!
Star Wars story on the Star Wars Holiday Special.
This looks like a train wreck.
If you ever get a chance, watch it. It's about an hour long, but
I am not going to watch that. After seeing that, I am not going to sit there and watch 5 minutes of it. That looks horrible.
You don't want to see Harvey Korman dressed in drag and blackface?
No, I don't. No one should ever have to see this.
Hold on, I got to see that again.
I thought, when I first saw it, I thought it was a joke.
Harvey
Did I
Korman.
just see that or did I not just see that?
You saw that.
I saw that. Wow.
And fat suit. He's in a fat suit, he's in drag, and he's in blackface.
He's fattest and racist at the same time.
Yeah, he's sizist, he's racist, and he's transphobic.
Transphobic.
I'm telling you, it's tough to sit through, but try doing it sometime.
Do you blame? I don't blame them after just watching that little part. I do not blame them, and we never did that special. That never happened.
It never officially on the books. It never happened.
And just to clarify, this was in between the first and second movies.
This was Christmas
before Empire Strikes Back.
This was Christmas of 1978.
Wow.
And by Christmas of 1979, it never happened. Okay, what do we have going on in sports?
And thank goodness it never happened. Well, coming up, we got some Lady Camel basketball and some other cool stuff.
Harvey Korman in blackface.
This is the Don Carpenter Show on the new Newsradio 1270 and 106.7 FM KIML. If it's sports, we've got it covered. Now with Chris Brentle.